Damn, Q. Baby, you did that.
You ain't never been on E-Block, bitch. You too excited.
Yo, you know what it is, man. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet
Earth, cuz.
straight from the E-Block Radio live on your dial right this moment, man. This is the Wake and Bake Show. What up? We in this motherfucker, dog. Let me cut your microphone now, whichever one it is now, because you got a different one now. There we go. You on now. Singing Negro spirituals and shit. I got gummy stuck in my teeth, man. All fucked up. What up, though? Live in the building, man. Y'all just now checking in. You already know what it is, man. Live with the Wake and Bake Show, dog. About to get it popping. Maybe. Something just happened. I don't even know. For whatever reason, the second camera's no longer working, so we'll try to bring you back in a minute. I knew it was gonna be something. It's always something, right? Yeah, we on though. Like they can hear you, just can't see you yet.
Good.
So we'll get that. See if we can get that together.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I know you don't. Everybody else might though.
For what? They can hear me.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. If you're now logging in, man, make sure that you do like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna try to get my man Angry Man back on camera here.
Man,
in just a moment.
Don't work too hard at it now.
No, we're gonna get you together, dog. Just a moment, man. Don't forget, if you're checking us out on IG Live right now, you can pull up on the block, dog. www.eblockradio.com. There go Angry Man now. Shit, we back.
Oh, come on, man. I'm oldest. You know, ain't nobody coming to see me.
Got him back in the building, man. Shit, you ready to do it, though?
Yeah.
All right, fuck, let's get to it, dog. Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's Live is Cloud radio show on the planet
Earth, cuz.
Straight from the E-Block Radio live on your dial right this moment, man. This is the Wake and Bake Show, dog. Got my man Angry Man in the building.
I do my best at it.
Got my man Monk Money on the way, possibly. We got a third microphone set up today, man. My man Khary Frazier should be pulling up around 10:30, dog. It's from Detroit is different, so shout out to my dog. He should be pulling up momentarily, dog. Let's see. Let's do the. Let's break away to the couple of segments first, I guess, before we get into everything, because you know we got the little segments now and shit. We gonna start with where we want to start at. Let's spin the block, dog. So if you didn't check us out last week, the spin the block segment is where we go to different cities, different states, or whatever, and give a shout out to other podcasters, dog. So let's get to it, dog. Let's get to this week's spin the block.
Spin the block, spin it one more time. All the way. Got the drop on you, send that side.
Yeah, so we back in the building, dog. We about to spin the block out in Philly, dog. Shout out to my man Hype and the How to Hustle podcast, man. Also being shown on eblockradio.com every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, dog. So we spinning the block down in Philly, man. Shout out to How to Hustle podcast, dog. It's Hype, H-Y-M-P-E. It's Hype, not hype, because he ain't geeked up, dog. That's what he say. I like that shit, dog. So shout out to my dog Hype out there in Philly, doing his thing, dog. So we spin the block out there. Don't forget, if you want to shout out some podcasters, man, just hit me in the DM, Q.Lewis313, dog. We'll give him a shout out live on air, dog.
Speaking of Philly,
what up, though?
Before we get off them, I just got one thing to say to you motherfuckers, man.
To Philly?
Yeah.
What you want to say to Philly?
Do me a favor. Stop getting so fucking offended and upset when people say cheesesteak, okay?
How you say it?
I guess we saying it backwards. It's a Philly cheesesteak instead of a
steak and cheese.
Steak and cheese.
Oh no, they got a problem with that shit?
Yeah, man, I heard that they don't appreciate that too much.
No, that's funny as hell. I never even knew that shit, dog.
Just give me the goddamn sandwich.
No, for real, man. Anyway, dog, one more segment before we get to our for real topic, dog, which is gonna be about hip hop, because it's kind of a hip hop weekend and shit. A lot of celebration going on in New York. So we're gonna get to that in just a moment. But real quick though, you know what it is, man. It's Tubi Movie Monday, dog. I got a whole bunch of movies. I'm only gonna give one shout out though this week, man. So Tubi Movie Monday, dog. Let's get to it. Yo, so Tubi Movie Monday, dog. I watched the gang and shit, dog. But the one I want to give a shout out today, though, is it's called Energy, dog. It's on Tubi. What up, though? One man, money in the building. So it's called Energy, dog. It's two damn, I'm tripping because I can't remember their names right now. I should have pulled that shit up. But it's two young ladies. They like hella like in their 20s, dog, like 23, 24, something like that. Did this movie, dog. The writer and director. Two young females, dog. Doing their thing. The Joint Energy is a good movie, so check it out on Tubi. Also starring what's up? Energy, yep. So also starring my homegirl Tia Black, man. So shout out to Tia Black, who also we do the morning show on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Rise and Grind. So shout out to Tia. And today is Tia's birthday, so shout out to Tia for her birthday, man. Happy birthday, little baby. Yeah, so let's get to some shit, dog. Before we get to the for real topic, I guess. How was y'all niggas weekends, dog? Or week, I guess we would call it and shit, dog. Angry man, what's been popping with you?
Nothing.
Word. Money, what about you, dog?
I watched some college television.
What you watch?
Something called Supernatural.
The TV show?
Yeah.
Okay. I never really looked at that shit. That shit straight though?
It's up and down.
Yeah.
You know, say got at some points where it's good, you got some points I'll be like, man, I'm gonna throw a fucking shoe through the TV. This shit gets so goddamn.
This nigga said a shoe.
It gets so goddamn dry, man. You know, you try to get in the shit.
Yeah.
But,
You watch that shit too?
I watched. It got dry.
It got dry.
Stopped.
You too. Okay, shit, I never took the chance to watch it shit, but like from the previews and shit like it's dope.
I mean, shit is about like fucking 13 seasons.
yeah, it's starting
Oh, damn,
over.
for
Yeah. After a while, you'll be in that bitch crying tears with a motherfucking clown. That shit be so motherfucking boring, dog.
That shit boring for real.
It got some exciting shit going on, but then it get dry.
Then it get dry.
Yeah,
Okay, now I hit.
Start crying wood and shit.
This nigga said crying wood, dog. Hell no. I don't know. It ain't mine. It's yours. Oh. Oh, so I guess y'all. Money, what's popping with you then? Dog gotta take this call right now.
Nothing too much.
Let me cut your
bro.
microphone off before you start rapping and shit.
Nothing too much, bro. You know, keeping the flow. You know, staying low to the flow. Like, god damn. That shit,
Right,
bro.
can't even get that shit out of there.
Can't even get that shit out. I'm chilling, man.
Yeah.
I ain't no shit, bro. I ain't really do too much. I wanted to give a shout out to Kennedy, man. We went to her little open house, man. This motherfucker, this my insurance guy and my, cousin, his daughter.
Gotcha.
Got a 4.7.
4.7.
That's what I said. Where the fuck did 7 come from?
I didn't even know that was possible.
Well, she had all these, extracurricular classes and the A pluses.
4.7.
4.7.
Where she went to school at?
She's going to Michigan. I forget what school she actually went to.
Oh, okay.
But she's going
to
Michigan.
U of M.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Right
dope.
now, so we went to her little
4.7 though.
open house yesterday.
Yeah.
It was really nice. They had a saxophone dude.
Had a saxophone.
Yeah, the dude to be in front of Tiger Stadium and shit.
Oh, word.
Yeah, him up there, man. He did his thing.
Okay.
And the singer. It was pretty nice yesterday, man. Low key, you know what I'm saying? Hang out with my in-laws,
Yeah, no, that's what's up though.
It was pretty lit.
Shout out to niggas doing good in school.
Yeah, great in school. Shit.
4.7.
You know what I mean?
No, she got a motherfucking, what you call that shit? Scholarship.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, got to.
Hey, and then like in practice and shit, my son, right? My son.
Yeah.
They don't want
What up, though?
to hit with people. What up, though?
Slide right on in, cuz we got you.
Yeah, they didn't want him to hit no more because, you know what I'm saying, he was throwing kids in the air and shit. So they like,
Dog,
no.
straight up.
Like, dog cannot hit with nobody else,
Straight
bro.
up.
Head coach came to me like, bro, you can't be. I didn't set that shit up for one. He like, I know, but he just can't, bro. Like, we got to get somebody to his size or something. I'm like, well, shit, we got to figure something out because he do need to practice, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like,
He said they got to get somebody his size.
Man,
What?
he started slinging it. First of all, first dude came in, right? First try, he got past him.
Okay.
And then my cousin,
He playing O-line or he playing D-line?
he playing both.
Both. Okay,
Both.
that's, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he get up to the line and shit. The one dude get past him. My cousin Eric just started nutting up. Like, what the fuck?
All right, because he played for their team, right?
Who?
E-Team you talking about?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he's like, man, what the fuck? This, that. What the fuck you big? He went, who. Next dude came in there, bro. He least.
Hold on, how you do? You fucking retarded.
That nigga grabbed the first dude. After that, he grabbed the first dude, dog, tossed his ass in the air.
Yeah.
Said, damn, catch him, Eric. So, then he get that other dude, pancaked him. Bam. Next
Bro,
dude,
what?
man, he was fucking dudes up, man. Like, coach, like, no, stop.
Yeah.
Stop now, dog. No more.
Damn,
Like,
straight like that?
Straight like that.
You was proud?
I was so proud.
You was so proud?
I was so excited.
Was that nigga tired?
Nope.
He in shape, man.
He in shape,
Damn.
man.
Tell them fuck with me then, because I ain't in shape.
He in shape now, dog. I got the boy doing all kind of shit out there to stay in shape. You know, I'm a coach now, so I'm like more like.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You not one of them coaches.
I'm more like conditioning coach. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You probably too hard on them niggas, too.
Just a little bit. I mean, shit. I mean, they got it easy everywhere else, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make it hard for them just a little bit, you know what I mean? So,
I feel you.
No, not hard enough for you not to fucking, if anything else, they gonna be strong in the motherfucker. If
Gotcha.
we don't win game, they gonna be strong in the motherfucker. My C team gonna be strong.
Don't forget to make the motherfuckers do some running, too, though.
Who?
Running, because strong niggas who can't move and shit.
Plenty of that.
Okay.
Plenty of that. I'm talking about in shape all the way around.
Yeah.
I got them niggas planking for like 15 minutes of the practice. They in them motherfucker crying.
Niggas said planking.
They was crying like a motherfucker, boy.
Nigga, Coach, what they call you, Coach Monk?
Coach Monk.
Yeah. All right, as long as you stay on the straight and narrow, because we had a coach when he's at King and shit, dog. We was calling him Coach Nigga. Remember Coach Nigga? Mm-hmm. Coach Nigga was like, he was a nigga who was coaching, but it's like, yeah, this nigga probably shouldn't be coaching.
What?
But he was always around. Because he wasn't a good coach.
Oh, he was?
But he was a good inspirational coach. But like he wasn't good at coaching football. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that shit count though. Like you can kind of be good at that shit.
Huh?
Why don't you just move them up?
Move them up what?
Yeah. What up though?
What's
All right.
How you doing? You alright?
Yeah. Move them up to the big team.
Man, it's the shit. Is that possible?
I don't know how that shit
No,
go.
they gotta have IDs and state IDs and all that.
You should be able to move up.
Oh yeah, give certain ages and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I got you.
You should be able to move up to the big team. I mean, if he doing all that damage on the C team, it ain't gonna help him none.
That's true. That's true.
It's not gonna help him one bit.
Yeah.
He gonna lose reps. Then once you start losing reps, you lose your confidence.
Why we gonna
We ain't gonna lose reps, though.
He
He-
played both sides. He ain't kicked out the
The
game.
only reason I'm saying like, oh, you mean because like he ain't practicing for real?
Yeah, it's
I mean, he practicing. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of the hitting, only certain 2 or 3 people can go against him. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's the only the thing that
Well,
they were
shit.
tripping out.
Maybe he can work out with the B team and shit and
No,
play on the C
let him
team.
develop more. He's not developed enough to be on the fucking B team for me, bro.
No, I'm saying in order
Yes,
to
he is.
consistently hit in practice,
Yes,
I'm
he
saying.
is.
And then still play on the C team, but hit with some niggas that he can hit with.
I got you.
So he can actually get some.
to be on the B team right now.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. You just
Fucking, I don't know, nigga. I don't know how that shit goes. Ever since because at one point it wasn't no weight thing and shit, right?
not-
no,
Still
it
ain't.
was.
It still ain't.
No,
It's
at
an
one
age
point-
thing though.
At one point, it was a weight thing.
What they
And then it's not.
No,
Nah,
it's
okay, I
not.
got you.
It's an
Okay.
age
It's an
thing.
age thing though. Okay. So the Cubs can do that shit. Okay, I got you.
Right.
Niggas swear the Cubs wasn't cheating back in the day. And only niggas that say they wasn't cheating is niggas who played for the Cubs. There's a nigga in the background right now. They was cheating.
I'm an East Side Raider.
Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, I fuck with you.
I was
fuck
a
with you
Cub.
heavy.
They was not cheating.
Oh,
My
here we go.
God. Oh my God.
So you hear
You
the
probably
voice.
just think that the Cubs had 21-year-olds playing. It was
No,
like
they did.
Barry Sanders played on the Cubs on Saturday.
Bro, y'all did.
He did not.
Hey, so look, y'all hear his voice.
Shout out
dog.
Coach Poole.
Shout out to my man Khary Frazier. Just slid in. I already gave you an intro before you got here, but he here now, so you see him on camera.
Shout
Shout out to my man
Coach
Khary.
Poole and all them guys.
I knew a couple Cubs who admitted it. He was like, "We're dozen." I can tell you the truth. Nigga, you ain't got to tell me anytime.
25-year-olds on the Cubs 18.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie though, that whole organization, it deserve a documentary though. It's a million fucking Cubs in the NFL, nigga. Like that.
It's a lot, man. Shout out Kim
Shit.
Tandy and a lot of them that did the Broad Street Parade. It's like Cub Nation, the
sure.
Stein family and stuff. I mean, that's why it's a stadium over there.
Yeah, them niggas deserve a documentary. I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas deserve a documentary, and the fucking Saint need a documentary, dog. Saint Cecilia, dog. Them motherfuckers need to have a documentary. And that shit go back so far, and like so many niggas in the league from the Saint. and so many niggas in the league from the Cubs, dog.
Well, shout out in reference to Saint Cecilia. Shout out Keith Bennett, basketball legend. Just more so on it, but yeah, definitely. Like just how I catch up. One. It was Saint Cecilia was like, oh, what's that out there? LA, the Drew League or something.
Yeah, like shit. I was gonna say that shit like the Rucker and shit. Hell yeah, it's better though. Low key, like the Rucker got more national attention and shit, but like really, it was more hooping going on at the Saint though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, and then I heard
somebody
some
from
shit.
New York would be in here like,
oh, they be mad as fuck.
Much like Cameron and Mace would be like, oh my god.
Exactly. Speaking of which, I haven't watched that shit. Have y'all watched Cameron and Mace shit? The niggas say that shit good. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I seen some of the clips or whatever, dog. Khary Frazier from Detroit is Different. I was gonna say Detroit is Different podcast, but this is a fucking whole production, so we just gonna call it Detroit is Different, dog. We gonna talk some hip hop today and shit though. But,
I'm with it.
But while you down here, shit, just tell the people who you are.
All right, so Khary Frazier, Detroit is Different, podcast and community group. So more so just engaging off the creativity and culture. And I just put up a post on Instagram and Facebook just kind of showing just the differences, because I really feel Detroit is a very cliquish town. So you can live in Detroit your whole life and damn near possibly be like 4 doors away from like a world of something that people is into, whether it be like model airplanes flying them or designer kites or motorcycle clubs or people that, you know what I'm saying, farming, growing, all types of stuff, man. So like Detroit is Different is kind of like a key into that background. And this weekend I showed like how I started with the Women in Hip Hop event that Nick Love Rose did, part of Decipher, which was real dope. They had Miss Corona there, D-Essence, and my homie Piper Carter and so many others.
Shout out to Miss Corona though. A lot of niggas ain't hip.
Yeah, Corona can spit, and now she doing production.
And she international in a motherfucker.
Oh, bro. Yeah. Talk about it. And then Nick Speed's birthday. Nick Speed, producer, he just dropped the album. And over at Spotlight with Monica Blair, Nick Speed, like that's more Detroit culture. And then I wake up Saturday morning at the Detroiters for Tax Justice, and that was cool as far as like Theo Pride, Russ Milan, Tanya Myers Phillips, a lot of organizers about things happening politically. Then in my neighborhood, the Muslim Center, I don't know if people knew this, but Freeway did a free concert in my neighborhood.
For sure, my nigga, I was there.
Okay, so you was up there.
Yeah, I produced the interview down there.
Yeah, that's what's up. So Freeway pulled up.
Shout out to my nigga Jobs and shit.
And Mark Crane connected to the Dream of Detroit project, so he's looking at turning Woodrow Wilson, which at one point in time, like when I was a kid, even my grandfather had an upholstery shop over there. It was like a thoroughfare where businesses work. Now Woodrow Wilson, you got the concrete block shop, and I like that dude, but it's just not a lot of stuff happening. But they got a vision for it, and then that carries over to what else? Shout
out to Woodrow Wilson too, though, because like a lot of times they get a negative connotation, because you know where
I mean that's really. I mean, when you think of Woodrow Wilson, that's rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? As far as like for people over there and Herc and his people. But like when I think of that street, it's like, oh, that is rock bottom. That's you know what I'm saying? That's for real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, pre-gatored up. That's, you know what I'm saying, like, and I'm not even saying necessarily Gatored Up ain't, but it's like when our neighborhood I think touched most of the city. Then the event I saw you at yesterday with Chantel.
Shout out to Chantel.
Clever curation. It was like a black box theater shoot with Payroll. That was the one I was on, but it was a lot of other MCs that did their thing. And then closed out with my man Fluent with his Spirit of Detroit. Saw Halima Casalago. And man, it was this dude, a part of a collective. I forget his name. His Soulful without a U and 2 L's. That was dope. Like, this is just like poetry, hip hop, street rap.
This was a good weekend for hip hop around Detroit, though. For real.
You know what I'm saying. And then like outside community, it's like all these things intersect in Detroit all the time. For sure. But if you're not like in them groups, you don't even know it exists. And people be like, man, Detroit ain't got nothing. And it's like you just not connected.
You ain't connected to the right people, dog. I swear to God, because like even yesterday at Chantel's event, it's crazy because you be amazed about, especially when it comes to hip hop, you be amazed to see the people who are involved. Well, you get to the rooms, you be like, who the fuck?
Hey, but I can explain why that shit don't happen, because we don't have like the media. You know what I'm saying? They don't shine light on shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people.
That's why we need outlets like Detroit is Different.
Yeah,
sure. And this right here. I mean, that's what. Because I mean, even in that room, you got Mario, you got yourself, you got Dean Beans, like, and Dennis Reed, like. It's like intersecting of other levels of media. Rose Spit, like just the production.
Right, shout out to Rose Spit though, because you mentioned Nick Speed earlier. They got a tape
project
right?
that's really dope.
Coney Island, right?
Coney Speeds.
Yeah,
Coney
for sure.
Speeds. I got threw off because P Dot and
they got a Coney joint too. Yeah,
so, but you know what I'm saying. Shout
right,
out
and they was at the joint where I seen Freeway.
I could see that P Dot. And let me say this, yo, when we talk about hip hop, P Dot can
fire. P Dot can spit
for real. Like,
and P Dot is a girl for y'all niggas that don't know.
P Dot can. Oh,
she can
like
spit.
you don't want that smoke. You don't want that smoke. P Dot is dope, really dope.
For sure. Yeah, but like you said though, Monk, with the media and shit, I guess
even social media, because it'll pop up, you know what I'm saying?
Somewhere. But it kind of don't though.
But it don't though. It don't for real.
And you know what though? And it's funny, just kind of like what Khary was saying, like it's still kind of depending on who on your feed.
Yeah.
Because like if you connect to the right people on your feed, that shit will pop. Like that shit is weird. Like that shit hella weird. I think that I also think that Detroit capitalizes off of that though. I think we capitalize off of not having mainstream media like that. I think that's what make our shit kind of dope, is because we can.
Honestly, I think that shit made techno.
Techno is in Detroit.
When we talk about it, like when I think of like other forefathers in techno, the one I'm closest with is Derek May. And Derek and his story, like how he said it started, like, all the techno DJs were like DJs, like a lot of them running concurrent with like a lot of the rap DJs.
Right.
And like the big time DJs. So you got like Hump the Grinder, you got all them techno DJs, and you got like Gary Chandler, which I don't think Gary Chandler gets the credit he deserves as far as like ushering in hip hop. But all these was the DJs that would play under Mojo.
I heard about that on the back end.
Show.
Like I heard about Gary Chandler on the back end. Like I would hear him on the radio and shit, but then like from niggas coming up through hip hop for real, bro, really giving him credit for like breaking their shit. I never knew that.
So then I mean like what Billy T had, like so much of this is like coming back up. And speaking of the 50 years of hip hop and Detroit's role in it, and what Detroit was, and just even, and then when we speak of Detroit at the DIA event that Neek Love Rose did, Awesome Dre was there, and like I don't even know if people know Awesome Dre, the hardcore committee, and like what they meant, and like people always say it's like if Awesome Dre would have never smacked Russell Simmons' nephew, he would have got the deal that MC Breen would have got, and that changes probably the whole scope of how people look at Detroit. And then between that incident and then Mozzie Ski just being Mozzie Ski, people looked at Detroiters like, yo, they are wild as hell.
Wild,
you know what I'm saying? They pulling guns on Big Daddy Kane backstage and smacking people nephews. Like,
niggas was on that shit.
We gotta skip Detroit and go to another city. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You think about it, shit. Drake and Wayne just did. They like damn near first concerts here, you know what I'm saying, in a long time, just because they was some of the motherfuckers was terrified to come here. You know what I'm saying? Like even Cat Williams got slapped in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like
the Cutters incident.
They don't give a fuck about
that. I think Detroit, the whole incident with the NWA concert, like
all that shit.
So I don't even know if people know that. Like, okay, so at when you watch the Straight Outta Compton movie, you're watching the incidents from the Joe Louis Arena
for sure
concert that happened, right?
Yep.
NWA came back and did a concert at the Silver Dome where people got shot. That shut down hip hop from doing any mass concerts till the Hard Knock Life tour happened in 1998. So basically, it was a moratorium on all hip hop concerts because of some Detroit shit that happened at the Silver Dome with just street shit. I think it was like folks,
I thought it was just the one shit at the Joe. I ain't know this shit happened at damn.
What happened at the Joe? What happened at the show, I think, was like...
It's when basically the show got canceled. They left that motherfucker. The show got
canceled, but that was more so like some like 2 Live Crew shit. Like, don't say nothing.
Don't say the
what
police
happened at the
shit.
Silver Dome was like the audience
some
members.
Gangster
something
shit.
like this happened in L.A. where like, if you watch that one story like with Big U, like it's... Hip hop in Detroit got interesting stories, and then if you
somebody got to get in this.
If you talk to like Smiley, if you talk to like especially like the World One record guys, DJ Lowe's when they open up about just the stories how they would travel, you know what I'm saying? Because like
shout out to DJ Lowe's too, yo.
Yeah, man, like Detroit hip hop got some interesting takes on like the ways it would pass through for other hip hop.
No, and then just looking at kind of, and I ain't gonna call them gatekeepers, but a lot of niggas who was in hip hop early on that wasn't doing records. Like niggas who had mom and pop record stores was breaking national niggas coming here like you know they breaking big, they breaking J and shit, cause like back in the day, niggas was popping where they was at, but they was regional.
I got a better story for you. And I'm gonna hook y'all up, like especially with the content that y'all working on. But I don't know if a lot of people know this. It's this dude. He's Sterling Toes. Sterling Toes is the producer that did the Major and McNichols project with Bodie James.
Gotcha.
So like all that music that sounds real orchestrated, that's my homie Sterling. He different like that. But his cousin, Kier Worthy, was like one of the first A&Rs in hip hop. And this is like so far back. So like in 1984.
Goddamn.
In 1984, and this is when he in high school.
Yeah.
He writes a letter to Def Jam saying, when Def Jam, and at
This
this
nigga
point,
wrote a letter.
at this point, Def Jam it's all Detroit is different, but I'm paraphrasing the story.
Yeah.
Writes a letter to Def Jam back when they just had the Beastie Boys, and I want to say one LL Cool J single.
Gotcha.
Like, yo, and it may not have been that. It was Curtis Blow and the Beastie Boys. So he was like,
Damn.
I want some records so that we can do a skating party for my high school group, right?
Yeah.
They sent them some records, and actually Rick Rubin picked up the phone because this is how small hip hop was
Right.
in the beginning.
They were still rocking out the door.
They
or
rock
some
out the
shit.
door.
Yeah.
He ends up graduating from high school where they just kept sending him records because this is how much hip hop needs to get out there.
Yeah.
And then they tried to send him another boatload of records, and he was like, "Yo, I'm about to go to college." He was like, "Where you about to go to college?" He was like, "I'm going to University of Texas." He was
Yeah.
like, "You going to University of Texas?" They was like, "If you go there, you can be our rep."
There you go.
He ends up becoming the Southwest regional rep
There it is.
from Detroit for Def Jam Records.
Yeah.
To the point where like their first, like this is his rap a lot starting and all of this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so
All right, he down there.
he's
Yeah.
down there like in the late 80s while he's at Texas.
Gotcha.
So all of the this is going on, bringing them in. Austin's whole like music scene is starting around hip hop. He's picking up Jam Master Jay and Run DMC. They in his car and shit.
Yeah.
He graduates. They like, yo, come up here to New York. He's A&R now for Brand Nubian, Jungle Brothers, just so many acts.
Yeah. Damn.
Even in the gas face, it's like they I guess they don't shout them out and stuff, but you know, like that era, like 90s hip hop. It was all him to the point where Puffy was trying, like Puffy used to fight to get into his parties. You know what I'm saying? And the whole idea of a lot of the parties Puffy took from Kier. You know what I'm saying? But this a Detroit dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? From the east side. Like I don't think people like tie a lot of the hip hop Detroit stories together.
I want to say I heard dog name before because I'll be in a circle with like Miles Dixon and shit, and they whole crew. That's a whole lump of marketing motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
And these niggas broke so many national joints.
Yeah.
And like, you know, again, niggas from Detroit just ain't getting the shine, but a lot of niggas from everywhere else wouldn't have been who they are.
I mean,
nigga, just thinking about Chantel, right? Same shit though.
Yeah.
With the A&R shit. She said she was going to Ferris, I believe it was. Hopefully I ain't misspoken, but she was going to Ferris and shit and had reached out to Bad Boy on some shit. And they was like, you ain't, oh no, that's what it was. She had a radio station. And she same thing. She asked for some records.
Yeah.
Dog sent him some shit, and then he was like, you know what? We go start this college rep shit.
Yeah.
So she was like one of the first niggas doing college rep shit.
I mean,
that's crazy.
It's like LaRock Bullock, and LaRock I think deserves so much more respect. But LaRock, a lot of his marketing, a lot of his ideas in street teaming, you know what I'm saying? The styrofoam cups that you put over the overpass, that's some LaRock shit. Like he was the first person to do it, and then everybody else was like, people started doing it for elections and all of that stuff. Like
hell yeah.
I want to say his street team for the longest time was like just pounding the pavement, coming up with some of the most creative ways of doing stuff. But then, I mean, when you think of him, Tyrone Bradley, Kim James, you know, everything that Hen House did with Strip Club and the TNA DJs and creating a union of them and how they would take records. I want to like when Black Rob had Whoa.
Yeah.
And he was like in a listening session. So this is back then.
Yeah.
They was like, okay, that he got paid so much money where specifically Bad Boy was like, we need to break this through strip clubs in Detroit.
Yeah.
And he worked it. Like
niggas don't even be knowing shit like
you
this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's a level of like respect that Detroiters get in other places that, like we say, Detroiters don't even know because we just sitting and we in the mix. Like Prince's whole career, this is not hip hop, but Prince's whole career, like he'd even say, was so attributed to Mojo working his albums. Hence, that's why when he would come do concerts here, he sometimes would extend to like do, I don't know, 10, 12 nights and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, that shit crazy though. But you're right. We don't know. Like I guess I don't know. Is it we ain't talking about this shit enough, or because? And again, these conversations that I just started having, shit, late in my late 30s, early 40s, nigga. So that mean I just spent majority of my life not knowing none of this shit.
Yeah.
And like you said, be down the street from a motherfucker who the shit in fucking Europe and every fucking where else. But you think he just a nigga down the street?
Europe. I mean,
no, platinum in Europe. No, for sure.
The black excellence that comes out of Detroit because of what existed here in Detroit for so long. Like, here go another one that most people don't know. Okay, because I know somebody just through family and
hey,
all
look,
that stuff.
we just started talking about Detroit hip hop. We ain't even got to the topic and shit.
The black magicians, and I know people will be like, "Why do magicians matter?" Magicians matter when it comes to production and sets, is because that's the pyrotechnics and all of that stuff. So like Beyonce's tour, Taylor Swift's tour, last like Justin Bieber tours. These are Detroiters that are designing like. So people don't blow up and end up in a Travis Scott situation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, I mean, I don't even know where you go to school for like magicianship. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you learn this shit? You know, pyrotechnics. Hey, I wouldn't trust no YouTube learn pyrotechnics. I ain't getting on no stage.
I never even thought about that shit though.
Pyrotechnics.
Had you ever thought about that shit? Fucking magicians. That nigga said, shout out to Detroit magicians. Shout out to y'all niggas though.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the open mic scene for magicians. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you start with card tricks?
Open mic. It's got to be something though, right? Some kind of motherfucking talent show or something. All right, so look, we done talked all this shit about Detroit hip hop, dog. So we go get to the for real topic and shit, which is it's still hip hop though, right? So we want to know right now. I'm just looking at old school hip hop and new school hip hop, dog. I want to know which one do y'all think has the most influence on the culture, dog? Angry Man, we gonna start with you, dog. I know we some old school niggas. We like old school shit, but like what? Still though, like just looking at how the new school shit is working, which one you think is most influential on the culture, bro?
Well, I don't know. I don't fucking know. But my thought process in it is always going to be divided because of the ages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not shitting on the new school hip hop because a lot of it is good. A lot of it sound nice. It's just not for me.
Right.
And I don't mean that in a negative way.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a negative way. You know, sometimes I can't, see me and my kids in the car banging the same music.
unless it's the old shit.
Unless it's the old shit.
But even that though, like even if you don't really care for it, like even if you don't really like the new shit, which one you think is most influential though?
Like I said,
it still depends.
It's always going to be that gap.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because what influences our age range ain't going to influence some of their age range.
True. It's some shit I think that kind of go across the board. A few things. A few things.
Some of the shit to slide through.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you got a lot of kids with old souls.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of old motherfuckers that's childish. So
old childish ass niggas.
Yeah, so that's why I say
old childish.
That is I, says the captain.
Right, so it's always going to be a gap bridging it, but to say which one is most influential, I mean they both are important.
Yeah,
they both are important.
I guess
because what grabs their attention may not grab my attention because I don't go nowhere and I don't do shit. But you know what I'm saying? It's all about what like I said, what grabs your attention.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because some of them, like I said, some of them may grab the old school hip hop.
Yeah,
some of them may get it, and some of them may not get it.
You
know what I mean? But it is like, you got the new school, that, and there's some fire in that area of hip hop. It is. It all ain't. Yeah, it all ain't goofy, but it's
a lot of it is. But
yeah, hilarious.
Right.
But it's just not for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a two-way street.
Yeah. Monk Money, what you say, dog? Cause I know first of all, I want to give a shout out to my nigga Monk Money, cause like that nigga the first one who introduced me to what's it called, the Migos and shit, dog. He was one of the first niggas that was listening to newer shit when we wasn't listening to newer shit. And I ain't like none of that shit, but he put us up on it. You feel me? So shout out to my nigga Monk. Anyway, go ahead.
I put y'all up on bags too, but check this out.
For sure. Money bag, yeah, no doubt.
Check this out though. I'm gonna tell y'all like this is my whole theory on it.
Mm-hmm.
The niggas, the creators, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give fucking homage to them motherfuckers.
To these new niggas.
Because if it wasn't for them motherfuckers, they would have made the way for these new niggas.
Got you. Okay.
But the new niggas bring more money to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, the rap guys had some Jewish guy in between they shit getting their money, and then Master P popped out. And then they figured they can do it on their own now, you know what I'm saying? So I really think, you know what I'm saying, you gotta give it up to the creators, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the niggas that, you know, paved the way and stumped the way for this shit. You know, but I just tell you that the young niggas brought the money to the game.
I can sort of agree on that. Sort of agree on that.
They should have got shit. Pac didn't have no money.
Well, I think I'm just gonna say this and shit because it's your turn. I don't want to cut all into your shit, but I'm just gonna say this. I think they brought the money to it individually and shit, but I think before, I think they were better at empire building.
Yeah.
Like these niggas now they getting money, but then like they don't. I ain't gonna say all of them, but like a lot of them aren't able to create like an empire though. These motherfuckers is building whole record companies and shit and getting staff and getting multiple rappers to pop. Like these niggas would be hot themselves. Mm-hmm. They try to bring one along, it might not work, and then like now it's just that's that. So like they get money, but not as a collective. I think like they were before, and of course the money was different back then. Mm-hmm. Like $1 million back then was like fucking you made it. $1 million now it's like shit. I gotta go to work tomorrow. You know that type of shit. So anyway, my bad. Go ahead.
But still, with all that said,
yeah,
you still gotta give it up to the motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That created this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, I mean, shout out to them. Like I don't know names. Dog is like a fucking
encyclopedia and shit. Yeah, for sure.
Like a fucking encyclopedia. That shit just come rattling off his fucking tongue. Like, okay, nigga, this is good information.
And even when you give a shout out to like the old school, like the creators and shit, like it's still in our minds and outside of everybody except Khary and shit, like we don't know the ones from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's fucked up. Cause like we here and like we love Detroit and all that shit, but we don't fucking we don't have a clue.
No, we don't have a clue because you know. And it's another thing though, like I said at the beginning though, the media fucking shoot out what they want to shoot out, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They fucking shoot out what they want to shoot out, and they don't never gonna shoot out this shit. Yeah. So like the motherfuckers in Detroit that's right now, man. I think y'all need to put in like some extra steps. You know what I'm saying? For real, to get yourself out here because it's fucked up that people in your city ain't really up on you. Ain't like P Dot. I'm gonna go look this motherfucker up because I've never heard of her.
And we done talked up on her.
Y'all talked up on her.
She fired. She fired.
And that's what we need more of, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we got to get out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get out here and stump the pavement. Like, take a page out of P-Book, man. Get it in your trunk, man. We about CD.
I mean, we here now, though. We here now.
I got a CD player.
We here now. Shit, I feel like Detroit got a good stamp. We here now. Yeah. So it's a perfect time to work that shit like that for sure. Definitely. Yeah. Khary, what you say, though? I know you got you kind of got a little bit of both, old school and new school. Which one you think is most influential? Really?
So it's like, this is why I'm gonna say young, because I think hip hop and it's tough because it is 50, but for the most part, hip hop's a young person culture, man. Like even when I was rapping and connected, like the energy and what it takes, and it ain't even just the money. It's just like, it's a different tone. Like it speaks to young people differently. Like now that I'm older, I got the whole catalog. Like Angry Man. Like I got rap from, you know what I'm saying, from when I really first started loving it. Ice Cube on up to now to judge it by, and I'm listening to other music, and I'm not like as driven. Whereas a young person, like it can speak to like damn near your soul. Like the young people that work with me, that's a little younger, so they like later 20s, 30s, and the way they talk about Kanye West is like the way I talk about Outkast or something. They like, oh man, when Dark Twisted Fantasy dropped, and you know it changed and I was thinking to myself like, I listened to it like
I must have missed it.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like they like, yo man, when Kendrick dropped this, it was like, and I like Kendrick, but it just don't impact me the same. The album, and this is how I know it's young people, because Killer Mike new album, which I think sound like grown dude hip hop, fire. But that's how we relate to it. Where the little homies listen to it like this is cool, but it's like they ain't even understand the half of the shit he talking about. But they ain't supposed to.
Killer Mike was very refreshing dose of hip hop, my nigga. It was for us though. For us, yeah, for us. So
because they want to listen to Sexy Red, which I'd be like, I don't even really know the context really,
What is that?
Man.
Somebody pussy in her asshole or some shit?
Yes,
I don't know,
that's
bro.
one of the
Crazy.
dumbest songs, and it's on the radio.
It's the
It's
biggest
on the radio.
hit. I heard the clean version. It's so weird. It's like my cookie pink, my brown.
brown.
It's just like a bleak.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about something like,
That shit
yo,
weak.
this is messed up.
Yeah, but
Totally fucked
that's
up.
what we on though.
Totally
So you say you give it up to the young guys for being
I
the
think
most
just
influential?
because it's a young people,
It's a
like,
young man sport, yeah, for sure.
yeah, and that's why. Even though you can still do it, like even looking at this Melly Mel Eminem beef, which crazy because both of them are technically old school now,
Exactly.
and they both rap the same. Like Eminem is more modern, but it would almost be like
Hey, so
watching.
first of all, Melly Mel shit was trash, bro.
Okay, but what I'm saying, but Eminem stuff comparable to like what it is. Melly
Yeah.
Mel's rap, he picked a beat like it's 1983.
Nah, like
he
it's
rapped like it
79
was
and
1983.
yes.
But Eminem, because we in around that age,
Yeah.
is rapping like it's 2002.
Yeah.
Picked a beat sort of like it's 2002.
So we
if
felt
I play
that, yeah.
both of those songs for the average 15-year-old, they gonna say both of them whack.
Both
as
of
hell.
them whack as
You
hell,
see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
True.
And that's why I say this is a young man's sport. Whereas
is.
I'm pretty sure it's like a 60-year-old that will hear Melly Mel like, yeah, that's the jam. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what that
You
shit
know
sound
what I'm
like.
saying?
too.
So it's like, I don't know.
Broken glass everywhere. Like, what the fuck? I want to hear that shit, bro.
But that's
Shout
how
out to
kids feel
Melly
about
Mel, though.
Eminem though, because
Yeah.
he's like running around him, like
Yeah.
you know, in the triplets and all the stuff.
Right.
It's like they trying to hear Future.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, bro, I'm trying to pop a pill and vibe out. Whatever this white boy rapping about, it's like the
It ain't
lyricism.
that.
They could care less about the rhyming 5 words at the end of the sentence on top of
Right.
the 5 words. And, like that mattered in my era, but
Exactly.
they don't care about lyricism. Clearly,
Yeah.
you know
Nah,
what I'm
you right.
saying?
You
Hence, the old school rapper these kids like is Juicy J, who a person that when we was younger, we was like, oh, he trash as hell. But he kept rapping the same and really influenced a whole generation
So
of
now he
dudes.
sound like them.
He-
So it works.
Yeah, like you get an average 15-year-old hip hop fan $100 to go to a concert. The line to Eminem is gonna be nothing but like in my mind probably like 40, 50-year-old white people.
Yeah.
But the 15-year-old is going to Juicy J over Eminem, and I never
sure.
thought that reality would exist in 2002, 2003. But it's just that's
Well,
where we at.
see, I had a whole nother idea. Of course I did, because again, my favorite rapper is Too Short, so I ain't never really been that interested in lyrics.
Hilarious.
I've been always excited about the delivery and music, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hilarious.
So if it's sonically pleasing, then I fuck with it. And then he talking about some shit that I like some pimp shit. I like that shit. You feel me? So if it's that, then they got me and shit. So no, I'm not really a lyrics person. So that's why when people get pissed at me when I say like I'm not a Kendrick fan, like I just ain't. I didn't really. And this make niggas salty, but I didn't really like J. Cole until he got better production. Because to me, again, it's sonically. His production was bullshit. That's why I didn't like, niggas hate me for this, but that's why I wasn't feeling Nas at first. Nas has gotten a lot better with production.
Oh man.
So like,
It's like
nah, but,
sacrilegious in certain rooms with people
To
that's
say that
like
shit-
40 or 50.
bro, they like, nigga, not like, no, nigga, that's
Yeah.
not. I'm choosing, and that ain't even from the same era, but like I was coming up on hip hop though. I was introduced to hip hop on West Coast shit.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to my man's Coke, man, across the street, dog. We used to be hooping. Them niggas playing NWA, Easy E out the motherfucking back of the window. That's what I got hip hop on. So it took me from that to fucking to Dre, to Snoop, to Dog Pound. Like, and this nigga here fucking hate me, but Wu-Tang is trash, nigga. Okay?
man.
Wu-Tang is trash. Now, Wu-Tang has Raekwon, motherfucking, what's my nigga, dog? Fucking, fuck.
Is it?
No, nigga.
RZA,
No.
Inspector Deck?
Inspector Deck.
Yes, Ghostface.
You
God damn it. Ghostface
Killer.
and motherfucking. That's it.
How
Raekwon and Ghostface. That's it for me.
How can you not have Inspector Deck in there?
Cause I don't. That shit ain't
You
hitting.
You probably ain't never listened.
I don't
to
even
it.
fuck with math like that. Niggas
probably
think that's
ain't.
ill.
I mean, you got.
But my favorite East Coast lyricists ever though, hands down, well, 1 and 2. I can't put them in order. It's gonna be fucking Mos Def and fucking Mos Def and Redman. They're my 2 East Coast lyricists, nigga. that I fuck with.
I can agree with that.
Outside of that, nigga, fuck Wu-Tang, nigga.
You say the Wu-Tang is trash. I mean, this is coming.
I mean, you got nine trash niggas and 2 niggas who can rap.
Came off your tongue, bro.
That's
this coming from a nigga who
so who can rap?
Who like two?
Who can rap?
Oh, Wu-Tang.
Inspector Deck can rap. Jizza can rap. Like if you want to say maybe
Jizza was Liquid Swords. Is that Liquid Swords?
Yep. If you want to say the production,
okay.
Like I mean, just even the verse in Cream.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's dope. It's epic.
Maybe it's
like
just too many
sometimes the production. I mean, but
you feel me? Maybe it's just too many niggas. Like,
I could give you like you know what I'm saying.
They
But
could stand to split the group in half, but you know what I'm saying. But
it's just too many motherfuckers. But then I'm the same nigga too though, and niggas absolutely despise me for this, dog. I fucking love Outkast, nigga.
Okay,
but
that's amazing.
Big Boy is my favorite.
I mean,
I don't know if he
can.
I don't know if he can out rap Andre 3000. Probably not by a long shot. But he my fucking favorite.
But Big Boy is more. You know, I think he more relatable. Like
Yeah.
what he talk about. But love Andre. But both of them, they a good balance. It's sort of like I like Pimp C more than I like Bun B. You know
all day. I would definitely buy a Pimp C joint by itself and not Bun B shit. Even though Bun B spitting, but it just ain't. You know?
Yeah, they need each other.
What, nigga? Why you looking at me like that? What, nigga?
I'm just saying, you all the way around had some weird taste. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
This nigga say all the way around.
all the way around.
Shots fired. Shots fired. I don't know where this nigga going with this. Shots fired.
we'll definitely leave that one.
Yeah, we'll leave that one alone. I don't know where you going with this shit, dog. That's some old neighborhood shit.
I'm just saying, all the way around, you had some weird taste. So, you know, I expect that from you. Though, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Yeah, you see, that's why I ain't arguing this one.
Yeah, we can say
And then, and like in the Dog Pound, Corrupt technically is from the East Coast. So
True.
If you like Corrupt's lyricism, it's just East Coast lyricism over West Coast beats.
I don't know. I like that.
Oh, okay, all right, well, there you go. There you have it. Okay.
Niggas don't necessarily have to have lyrics, man. But if it's sonically pleasing and talk about some shit I like, I fuck with it. That's kind of what it goes to. Which is weird though, because like Mos Def definitely ain't, you know, like you wouldn't consider him in that group of motherfuckers I just mentioned. Yeah. But Mos Def spit.
I would imagine you probably remember more Corrupt verses than Daz.
For sure.
So that means to me, you probably like his lyrics more.
Nah, it just mean they
you
might
know, because
been...
I could just say this. I could be like, cutoffs, khakis.
I don't remember that shit,
man,
though. I don't remember that shit. Okay. Especially now that we just smoked half a joint blunt. I ain't came to call it a joint. It's like a joint blunt, fat ass joint. You about to ask me to remember some shit. Now, ask me to remember some Too Short shit. I know that shit because that shit's imprinted in my brain. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Hilarious.
Hell yeah. Back in the day, I used to want to be a pimp, but y'all niggas know. Everybody watching the show know that shit. Right? Shout out to my man Dre checking in. Shout out to Son of Liberty. What up, though?
Hey, remember that nigga had his hair curled up like curlers and shit?
He did.
That's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
That's
that nigga had his curl.
I did that shit. Hell yeah.
Did you do that yourself or did you go to a salon?
My OG did it. Cause look, low-key, I had
what was the approach to ask for that?
All right, dog. My man got cut out early and shit, dog. All right, angry man. No, so I don't know what possessed me to do it. Like again, I want to be a pimp and shit, but I told my OG and shit because I had braids and shit. I had blew my shit out or whatever. So I asked my OG, I'm like, shit, can you bump my shit? So she was like, you for real? Like, yeah, bump that shit for me. She bumped that motherfucker for me, dog. I went up to Easton, dog. Went up to Ipsy. Shout out to my niggas Dre and Buns. I think they was having a party or some shit. I went up there with my motherfucking curls out, nigga.
This sounds hilarious.
And I couldn't, I had a problem, bro. Like,
what did you?
I could not stop calling women hoes and bitches. I could not stop.
How much activator did you put on
Oh no, they was press curls.
Press curls.
Okay,
press curls, yeah.
Okay,
like Big Worm, nigga.
Okay,
press curls, yeah.
All right, so what outfit do you choose?
I'm trying to. I don't even know if I got pictures.
Because did you just wear a regular? Because I'm guessing this like early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
So you wasn't probably just wearing a throwback.
No, I low key. I really feel like I just had on jeans and a t-shirt, nigga, like some regular shit. Just came through with the motherfucking curls, dog.
Like,
my nigga Dre was out here. What that nigga say? That nigga say, yeah, he thought he was a pimp. Let me put it up.
Oh man.
He said he thought he was a pimp for real. Came to the crib, dude. Drake. Oh, I did say that shit, dog. Yo, so I remember we all in that bitch getting high and shit. And he said he about to post a picture. God damn, he got the picture.
funny.
So like we taking pictures and shit, cause I was a picture nigga. I always taking pictures. So I remember it was some bitches on the couch and shit. I remember telling my nigga Drake, like, Drake, nigga, bring them hoes over here, nigga, get in the picture and shit, dog. So somebody was like, nigga, why you calling them hoes and shit? I was like, man, whatever, dog, bring the bitches. Just saying dumb shit. And they came and got in the picture and shit, dog.
That was at the Joe's post, man.
Huh?
This is.
I did it there too.
This is.
Yeah, I did it there too.
This is wild.
Yeah, see, he said it right there. He said, Drake, bring them bitches with you, nigga.
This is when Iceberg Slim and
Well,
watching
shit.
the Mac too many times
Yo,
ago.
dog, we got a new guest and shit. Introduce yourself, dog.
How
My
y'all
bad.
doing?
We over here just talking shit.
G Houston.
G Houston, what up, dog?
What up, dog?
Dog, so you been back there talking shit with us and shit, like from afar. So we gonna get you jumping in here. What you say about the hip hop shit, dog? Old school, new school. Which one you think is most influential though to the culture?
I agree that it's for young man
Yeah, for sure.
because you got to retire and everything.
Yeah,
But
I mean, do you have to, or we make it that way?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got to.
time will make
You
you.
40, ain't
Said time you.
Time will make you. Time will-
40
Well,
still going.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying it like that, but I'm saying like you can't take nothing from the young guy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But they supposed to take. Let me sum it up like this.
Okay,
Influential is, I think, the older people,
gotcha.
but the money comes from our
That's what you said. Yeah,
like little baby and them ain't playing.
yeah, no, for sure. You're
So
right.
I think if we could bridge the gap and bring both of them together,
Yeah,
it'll be still creative. Because like we missing a lot of all we got is like drill rap,
yeah,
and
which I
you know,
fuck with.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like drill rap, but I liked it when
Some of the
Ludacris
other
was
shit
out.
too. Yeah.
I liked it when, like y'all said, Outkast was out.
So-
we need variety or more.
So what you saying that though?
Need more
I think
variety.
it's an interesting question though. So I want to ask this: like, I think we can all agree that there needs to be some type of integration shit. Who y'all think is holding that shit up? Is it the old niggas that's refusing to deal with the young niggas, or is it the young niggas who feel like the old niggas ain't got nothing to teach them?
I think also it's kind of like what you were speaking to and what he was saying. Like it definitely individually, I think you can get more money because it's the gateway to independence.
The content to the listener.
You can sort of do that.
Yeah.
But the tough thing is just the way the industry moves now. Like
Yeah.
before, the industry was bigger because you had record stores, you needed distributors, you needed to get things. As things are streamed and that stopped, it stopped a lot of the other jobs. So it's less
I dig that.
opportunity. So what I think the number one thing that needs to happen in hip hop for real, and people talk about it in ownership and or at least they rap about it. I don't know if they really about
really
it.
doing
Is
it right.
They need to own their own platform to release their music because
Right.
the more ownership they have of everything from top to bottom, and not like how Jay-Z owned Tidal. I mean, for real, like a platform that is really exclusively owned by partnerships, and then we can control the release. Start owning some venues to actually showcase hip hop. Start owning some equipment. Like the more we can own and control all of the dynamics of it, then the more it won't even be like us looking at each other like crabs in a barrel. Because some
Right.
of these OGs is looking at it like, damn, I want to do a concert in Detroit next week,
Exactly.
and that's competing against the Young Heads concert in Detroit next
Right.
week. But if we own the venues, then we can talk everything out and work everything out without all the bullshit. Like my favorite sport of boxing. Love boxing. But it's so much bullshit in the game of the business, it stops a lot of the great fights from happening. And I think the same thing is prevalent in hip hop. So we so busy wondering if it's us when we ain't even looking up top about like, instead of wondering why we in a cage, we ain't even thinking like, okay, who put us in this cage and why don't we break free and build our own thing?
Well, shit, like what would it take?
Motherfucker cage forever. You
Right,
know?
so that's my question. Like, what would it take to get out that motherfucker? I know we recognize the issue, but shit, how you fix that motherfucker?
We gotta first the distribution channel.
Yeah.
We could at least take. It may take a while to build a Spotify, but we could at least build its own a platform and not World Star, but a platform that's exclusively for rap video content,
Gotcha.
and people start putting up exclusive content there. So it's like like if I'm payroll, I drop my regular video on YouTube, but the
Gotcha.
extended cut is on, let's just call it rapuniversity.com or something.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's a part owner by just putting up content. And then the next thing you know, Jay-Z does it. And then the next thing you know, I don't know, Moneybagg Yo does it. And then even Sexy Red does it. And Ice
Shout out to
Ice
Sexy
and all
Red.
of that. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think I think we gotta control some of the business and the distribution of it first.
Man, that sound like some great ideas, man.
But come on with it, nigga.
I already know where he's
Come on with it, nigga. But
he probably about to say something that's real.
But
Ain't no he about
But
to.
black people, man, like I don't understand the race. I don't. I really don't. Like really, I really don't understand the race because that shit can happen. It should happen. It should be already happening.
Yeah.
But guess what? That nigga don't like the color he got on, so he don't want to fuck with him. Oh, this nigga too short. I ain't fucking with him. Not the actual too short, but too short,
right?
Oh, I mean,
I got you.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about? Like.
I know what you're saying, bro. I mean, we look at it in the podcast world.
The game is so fucked up.
Yeah,
it's so fucked up. And much love we show.
Just so y'all know, we got a picture up too. So I'm gonna put it up in a minute. All right, go ahead.
That's hilarious.
Dog send me the picture.
But he right. I mean, he right. I mean, even looking like I say in the podcast world, like you do all this content, but the controversy is what stick. Like
exactly.
I ain't watched the Joe Budden podcast in forever, but everybody sent me the whole fight that he had, I guess, with the one dude and the argument. Like the controversy is in the space of like, you know, and I guess that's another thing. You can capitalize from bullshit in our culture, especially hip hop, more than anything. Like when we think of the Death Row business model was to get in beef with somebody, and then we will profit from and monetize your beef with somebody. So with Dr. Dre, it was damn near everybody. It was Eazy-E, it was Luke, it was
and I had completely forgot about Luke.
It was Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying? With Tupac, it was like, okay, you got a natural enemy. It was like, oh, DJ Quick, you want to do an album with us, man? This MC8. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that it wasn't possibly some static. You know, the Dog Pound was beefing with So Def for, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that was the Death Row business model. And even to today, like, obviously that was the 50 Cent.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was 50 shit, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And hip hop is a lane that could feed off of the controversy and the conflict and the bullshit.
Right. Hell nah, dog. I think because of that fact, though, I think, you know, you kind of, unfortunately, you're probably right on that.
I mean, Melly Mel ain't been mentioned.
Be tough.
Melly Mel ain't been mentioned this much since 1986.
I was just gonna say 86.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people was like, who is that guy?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
Who the strong ass nigga?
And to be honest, the last time Eminem was mentioned was when he was beefing with Machine Gun Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is hip hop. Hip hop is
that's true.
The distortedness of it. The minute that. And it's only a telling between one of these girls step up and beef with Sexy Red, and that's gonna propel both their careers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who it'll be, whether it be Big Lotto, it's probably light skinned Keisha or somebody.
Hey,
and you know,
shout out to Big Lotto.
She can rap, but I agree. Like, it'll be it's only
rap, she just likes to look at it.
It's only a telling.
Yeah, she got like that.
She's strapped, but she can also rap. She's strapped, but can rap. Let's put it like that.
I got you. I think Meg can actually rap better than her, though.
Oh, she can rap better than most.
She can rap better than a lot of niggas.
She can rap better than
once
most.
You get past looking at her and shit and listen to what she's saying, like, she actually raps.
She can spit. But,
damn.
But even that, the biggest thing about her career is what? That is controversy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nobody's walking up saying like, "Hey man, her first album it impacted me so much." You know what I'm saying?
Like yo, Tory Lanez got 10 years because it was.
Right.
Yeah, that's how people are connected to it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick though, I'm about to put this picture up and shit, dog. I don't know if Monk, you'll be able to see it. Y'all be able to see it on the replay and shit. I'm gonna back out so y'all can see it.
Nobody on that.
I just wanted to show niggas that picture. Let me get it out the background. I'm just showing. I want to shout out to old girl and them too and shit, dog. Them the homies.
Hilarious.
Then the homies, dog. Anyway, we used to have fun back in the day, dog. That's all I gotta say about that. And hip hop was a definitely influence. So for me, like, I'm just gonna answer that question because this shit is 11:15. We gotta get out of here in a minute. But for me, I think that, let me see how I want to say it, because I want to actually give it to both. I think that the old school hip hop was more influential about like a way of life. I think the way of life, the way they influenced your way of life, I think was more influential. The new school though is influential in the aspect of actual entrepreneurship. So like they're actually influencing you to do shit on your own. Mm-hmm. See, back in the day, I think they was influencing you to get your voice heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your story out there. Now, like y'all saying, the money is here now, so they like, get your story out, but do it like this and make your own money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you look at the young kids now, millennials and shit like that, and millennials and under, like, people feel like they lazy. No, they figuring out how to get the same shit without working as hard. Mm-hmm. Like, you got parents and shit who would work like consistently every day, all day, never raise their head up until they 70. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, all right, bet I got all this accomplished, but did you live it? Like these niggas out here living it.
I think some of them are lazy, but I feel it's a little bit of truth in every. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them lazy.
Like that's why I'm saying like in percentages. Like you know what I'm saying? But I agree with you.
Yeah.
I actually think that's a great take. Like the first
some are lazy though.
Because I mean, even what they was rapping about, a lot of what they was rapping, Run DMC, and I love Run DMC. They rap about rocking the party, being the best MCs. And being doper than anybody else and probably taking somebody else's girl.
Right.
Whereas now Moneybagg Yo's whole he still may rap about taking somebody's girl
for sure
and being a good MC, but most of what he's rapping about is completely on some, you know, what I call ATB. He like Young Dolph, like get money about that bread. You know what I'm saying? Sure. That's his whole spin. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So yeah, it's influential on both sides. I think there is a need to combine the two. Mm-hmm. How that'll ever get done, like I'm not sure.
It'll happen, man.
At the end of the day, old niggas is like, I feel like this.
Think that, brother.
Very optimistic. I think at the end of the day, like old school niggas, like I think they want the integration, but then they feel the disrespect when young niggas don't put them on a certain pedestal that they believe they should be on.
But let me argue this though, especially from the Detroit lens. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when the young heads is trying to get in the game, these old heads be dismissing them. You know what I'm saying? So some of the
level.
Some of the attitude of like I ain't building with y'all comes from because back when they was starting out and they was the young dog, they ain't build with them. So hence that's why I think like the best old heads that transition are the ones that embrace working with younger artists. Yeah, and there's so many that don't. Hence that's why Snoop and E40 and Too Short, because they was always working with younger artists.
What they all got in common?
West Coast?
They black.
Oh, you stupid. You dumb as hell.
Hey, they black,
and because they black, it ain't never gonna happen. You weak as hell. He say this shit so much, bro.
But they work with young artists.
In my race.
You know? They work with young artists. Puffy's relevancy is
you got that secondhand smoke.
No. It's like it's all connected to working with younger artists. Like for sure. You know, like right now, like his whole career when we first was introduced to him. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really way back, he was at Uptown, and then he went from Uptown to starting Bad Boy and being with Biggie and Total and all of them.
Right.
But through Bad Boy, it was like first it was Mace, then it was basically not like Loon, then it was Cassie,
and it was like for a second.
Then it was I count them as Rough Riders. I count that as Rough Riders. Then it was like but he's staying relevant, and right now through Young Miami, like. He stays current with feeding off of somebody else's. Drake does that too. Drake will hop on a remix, like taking the Jay-Z model of like, oh, it's hot, I'm gonna hop on a remix and I'll just
and plus
give it a highlight.
At the end of the day, it's just fucking Drake.
Like, but that if he didn't do that though, think about it. If he didn't do that, like it's a lot of rappers that don't do that. Like one of my favorite that came out in this iteration, Jeezy, he's tried doing that time with Doughboy Cash Out and Freddie Gibbs, and I think he just gave up and shifted off to real estate.
Yeah.
So for the longest of time, he really wasn't working with a lot of the new rappers the way that Gucci was. Like that's a classic example. Gucci and Jeezy was at the same space, but Gucci was working with Young Thug, the Migos, and all of them. So when they kept going, they was like, "Come on, Gucci, let's get on a song." Where I'm not saying they wouldn't do a song with Jeezy, but it made Gucci more current. Yeah. Whereas Jeezy is like, they damn near look at Jeezy like he listening to my dad music. That's how these kids look at
OG for real. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Where they listen to Gucci like, nah, we like Gucci because we already know that, you know what I'm saying, what the Ray Schmurder dude's gonna be on his album. They know all the Gunna gonna be on his album. They know that
Gunna shit was actually alright too though. I've never listened to Gunna before all of this shit.
It's a controversy. Let's go back to the happy.
And that's what I just thought. Yeah,
it's a Kodak Black like. Gucci is in that mix just because he keep working with him, whereas Jeezy is out of that mix. Yeah. And I'm
doing other shit.
Yeah, but that makes you become an old head because you ain't working with the new people.
He here today and shit. Him and Fat Joe and shit got the live podcast down at Aretha today. He pubbing his book and shit. So,
see, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like Gucci had a book too, but it just feel different. It feel like Gucci is a part of the hip hop now,
for sure.
Whereas Jeezy represent a moment in time in hip hop, and I still love Jeezy.
There you go. But, that works. Perfect. That's perfect right there. Hell yeah. Hey, it's about that time to get up out of here though, Khary. Before we get out of here, dog, tell the people what you got going on because I know you got some stuff popping.
Yeah, man. The main thing, and I'm hoping it don't rain Thursday because if not, it'll be Friday. But we got this big collard green cook-off coming in my neighborhood, 1634 Clements. Sign up on Eventbrite. It's not a whole lot of sign up left, but sign up on Eventbrite. You'll get one tasting ticket. So you get to taste some collard greens. I got 5 different contestants. We judging who got the best collard greens. It should be fun. Just community stuff. I got a blues artist, Thornetta Davis, performing. Some podcasting about urban farming. Just showing examples, as my man Yusuf says. Like, we got to show examples of what peace and community looks like in a neighborhood like mine. And I'm like Davison, 12th Street, Linwood, like... That's my footprint. Dexter, you know what I'm saying? So
shout out to Yusuf Shakur too, for sure.
Yeah. So show examples of what peace look like so that people kind of know that things like this can engage. Because we spend so much time talking about what ain't happening. Let's show an example of what could happen.
Duh, for sure. I love that shit, dog. Shout out the address again.
Oh, 1634. I'm going to send you the graphic on it as well. Yep. And we go from there.
All right, for sure. That's what's up, dog. You said Thursday if it don't rain.
Yeah, man. And that's the weird thing about outdoor events. And he, from football culture, like, and I don't know what happened with weather, which that's a podcast of its own, but it seemed like rain done completely changed where it feel like I'm in a tropical environment now because back in the day it used to rain for like 2 hours and be done. Yeah. Now, like, it rained for 10 minutes, stop. Yeah. And then 2 hours later, 10 more minutes, stop. Like, what the hell going on?
And then it rained for 48 hours.
Straight, man. It's weird, bro.
Hell yeah. It rained out the summer, honestly, for real.
Yeah,
for sure. We've been having really cool nights. Think about it. Like, it's been a little warm in the day, but cool nights.
Cool at night, yeah.
I cut my fucking air off. Open the window up for fucking night.
No, you're right. We in the fucking desert and shit up.
But I think it's shit just reversing time and shit moving because shit, I think it's going to be hot in October and in November. It's
think so?
A little bit warmer. Yeah.
Damn.
Shit just moving.
It could be that though, shit.
It could be that. I definitely don't want to shovel no more snow, so I hope you are correct about that, my friend.
Them days is over, my nigga.
I don't know about that.
I pay niggas to shovel now. Those days are over.
About how early you got to get up. That dude, that he ain't got up either because he ain't started shoveling his snow.
Right. Hell no. On that note, dog, we're going to get out of here. We're going to go around the block one last time. We're going to give you last minute final sentiments, dog. We're going to start right here. Shit, it ain't even gotta be about the topic, dog. Just your final sentiments, whatever you want to leave the people with today, dog. It ain't gotta be about the topic, just whatever you want to say last. Shit.
I just want to say to everybody, do their 10 commandments, man, because I believe that the way the world is going, if everybody would try to at least to get close to the Lord and let the Lord take over, then we'd be all right.
For sure. That's deep. I wasn't prepared for that.
Hilarious.
That's deep. More money, what you want to leave the people with, bro?
Man, stop that foolishness in our race, man. I'm disappointed in it, bro. I have no faith in us, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to be totally 100 for it's been years and years and years and years and years and years and years of shit that we know we can do. Just don't do it. Like, turn the other cheek at this. And that shit just bothers me, bro. Like, and I just don't see us.
Damn. So much optimism, dog. Khary, what you want to leave people with, bro?
Man, really just completely going to left.
Right.
Pull up to the collard green cook-off. That's one.
I wish I was in that though, man.
The last,
man, I wish I was in this collard green cook-off.
Yeah, bullshit.
The last thing, pull up. I want all y'all to pull up.
That nigga want his greens to pull up.
The last thing,
I want my greens to pull up.
I had to go chef caterer status, but next year let's talk about it. But I was asked a hip hop question the other day about underrated acts through your cousin, and I forgot to shout out Big Crit because I be playing a lot of his stuff, and I don't think I be like making it as present for people. But Big Crit got a lot of dope shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. Nah, I dig that. On that note, dog, I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. Been a good weekend of hip hop, dog. Again, shout out to Chantel.
50 years, man.
Shout out to Freeway and shit. Shout out to all the motherfuckers I got to meet over the weekend, dog. That was cool and shit. So good weekend for hip hop. The performance and everything that they shot last night actually is a full production, which will be on Tubi whenever they get the shit together. So again, shout out to her. Shout out again to Tia Black and shit. Today her birthday, dog. Happy birthday to her and shit. Shit, I'm just gonna wrap it up and say this, dog. Hip hop has been influential since day one. I don't think it's ever going to stop being influential, and not just for our culture, but for everybody's culture. For sure. Because you look at national and international shit, and it's infused with hip hop. Maybe even more so internationally. We just don't pay a lot of attention.
That's crazy. That's mad power, right?
Mad power,
That's
dog.
mad power, right?
Mad power. And at some point, At some point,
Wake up.
we need to put that shit together.
I mean, Bad Bunny and reggaeton is the world's most popular music, and that's definitely hip hop.
Yeah.
And all of this Afrobeat
Shout out to Nori.
stuff.
Shout out to Nori who popped out and did fucking did that kind of reggaeton back in the day.
I don't think people know how big Bad Bunny is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But also even the Afrobeat stuff,
sure.
Burna Boy and all that. That's it. Like that's from hip hop. Even the K-pop stuff that I don't even know the name of those dudes.
All the Japanese dudes look like girls and shit.
Man, they use a hip hop based production.
Factual.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of power, huh, Monk?
A lot of power.
On that note, we up out here, dog. I want to thank y'all for checking us out. Don't forget to check out all the replays at eblockradio.com. New episode of the Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast dropping this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on www.everybodylovesbbw.com, dog. Shout out to the gang. That's it. We about this thing, dog. To the next time, you already know what it is. The Live Cloud Radio Show on the planet
Earth, cuz.
straight from the E-Block Radio live on your dial right this moment, man. This is the motherfucking Wake and Bake Show, dog.
Yes, sir.
Got my man Khary in the building.
Yo.
Got my man Money holding it down and shit.
Man, you already know.
And goddamn, I forgot your fucking name.
G Houston.
My nigga G Houston holding it down. Goddamn, G, I fucked it up. I knew it was G. I knew it was G something. I done got high and shit, dog. And of course, man, it's your boy Q was holding it down live from the 48205, man.
Rizzo.
You already know what it is, man. Peace out, y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. That was dope as hell.
Damn, Q. Baby, you did that.
You ain't never been on E-Block, bitch. You too excited.
Yo, you know what it is, man. The Live Cloud Radio Show on the planet
Earth, cuz.
straight from the E-Block Radio live on your dial right this moment, man. This is the Wake and Bake Show.